La congratulations, Baba Fitingi, you'll do well. But
next
time, Emmanuel, don't do that. Say
pass one, pass all.
Ay, man. Baba, me, Baba, Kun. Say it's in Babu. Say
when you say you compromising yourself or in a relationship, because there's some things they negidi rata. Because when because how accommodate, because we are happy. I rather I sacrifice my happiness.
Guys, if Valenia Schumann, Manti si ongadile, 2026.
Spirit saga.
Anyoko ultra selo, anyoko rutiwa selo, anyoko correctiwa.
Spirit saga.
Yeah, now anyoko vale right every day. Ashu Papa Lena, Manuel Manti desi.
I sacrifice, I compromise.
The correct one every day. Anyoko rutiwa.
We out.
Kio. Uringaleti metele matso. Kinyo go itlifa mo go bona go itlifa mo ra shuri ngaleti Papa Lena. Hey, what's up, Shafiri, everyone? Welcome back to yet another episode of BRU'Z Conversation Podcast. Y'all know me, I go by the MC, the one, the only. Bona guys, also welcome back to 2026 for the second time. Up until January, Roba, welcome back. Welcome back to 2026, guys. Happy New Year. We'd like to welcome back to 2026. Welcome to 2026. Welcome.
Also 2025.
Welcome to 2026, guys. We love you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, notification button so that you can be notified every Tuesday at 2100 hour, which is also 9 o'clock. But on a notification button forever. Subscribe, comment, and comment, and comment. I'm not rolling alone. I'm with my original from day one co-driver. As you can see, Rebetila di blouse. Let's see. And
close gang, well, Papa.
My co-host.
It's all about Fit too. I go by the name Manzi, the CEO, also known as Mr. What did you learn this week?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we back again. Back to back driver.
As you can see, guys, we're shooting back really high. We're at the corner, also known as the Butcher. Cody FF.
Blind a pusha.
Net mola musekilengela di bibili di hogare.
That's right.
Kapilanya no bona. Sophisticated, beautiful vibes, VIP vibes. Please come and get your food for your music, your entertainment. But a beautiful mural ashila komrawarin. But hey, please come and visit Monate Corner, also known as the Butcher. FF. We're rolling with our team. Gomra have bust on camera one. See go on the Soil Records Entertainment to Tegi. We won. Gajagana lives. Get mono. Also have my Ellie in the building. Yeah, yeah, my Ellie in the building.
Shut up.
One of our friends.
Yeah,
Oko Bahrain.
After I go di jong. Arone samokaba.
Banoma Elubilo fresh. Oh, Mono is a man. He's a family man. Anyway, let's get into it. I think there's the only one place, even though you're delaying week, but I think it's going to still be relevant. Ne?
100.
Matric results. Name was it yesterday? Yesterday on the not yesterday, but Kadi 13, ne?
Yeah.
13th January 2025.
Yeah.
Matric results. Welcome to adulthood.
Welcome to unemployment. So
welcome to adulthood. Welcome to the
I have an ask. Do you think Matric no? Matric no is an value to Nakali?
I feel like Matric in a value regardless or kya khale or kya eng. But iaka the generation that we are in,
33% pass rate. 30% pass rate.
It's not bad as we think. I feel like maybe a one overhyped or okay, there's a school or there's a region lower pass rates, but most of them they did well from last year to this year compared to the results last year.
No, we get like Hopasa. o pass ka 30% or 33%.
I feel like I feel like it's improving. It's why because negative let's start
30% up okay on question one or pass cha.
No, ma ora ka per school or per region.
No, I'm saying hore. Hongwala paper messaging. We only need 30% or pass.
Am I based on defect? Wait, let me tell you this statistics. You know about most schools, most social groups, so reveal these stats tabon. They only revealed the highest 2 schools, some social groups that did well. Wabo, mara. It's very statistics sa per province, ne? Ash, ere here ish marawai iramana. Aba asisona ke sakhale. Se why was Sarcrifisa 2026. I was so update.
No, what I'm saying, or Renana Wartana Matric. Not so pass 50% upwards, right? Now, who pass you away?
Man, 50.
It was 50.
Yeah,
40. Yeah.
40 nearly home language.
Ne depend ka subject.
Yeah, ne depend ka subject. 40 nearly home language, ne?
Yeah.
That's what I knew. Like both pay did you what?
Yeah.
And then saying what's la nearly 30.
Apo sala bala manzi kwa khala wena.
Manzi kwa khala, yeah.
Exactly. Apa nerva lava.
And mara
Melusi.
So mara nakola neli. I think it's still the same. Mara curriculum will change it. I don't know.
Melusi.
Curriculum I change.
Change the curriculum.
Mara I change drastically like that.
Yeah.
You know, no banale more options sir. Moto kono diseto ranya ko ira. Aira designs. Mara aira maths lead. Nakona ni staying.
But it changes. Level up. Okay, now I'm zara nele maths, pure science, pure. Right, OBE. No getting curriculum no
I say caps and then more technical side they wanna lay like the technical by introduce the technical maths, the technical science, you know. From level I don't know like from grade 11 to 12. Wanna can see yes national what
yeah. Oh,
yes. But ka area no, ya bana no, ka generation no, good high school. If you're doing technicals, technical drawings or technical subjects, no maths, no pure maths, then no technical maths.
Technical maths.
Yes, na this technical area. Ke bona go that time I really ke as an assistant. No technical maths, no technical science. And those subjects, or the career go college, go about training from high school, about preparing for how the FET colleges, because they are there in terms of engineering.
Wait, maybe most of the subject they say di swapa. Say maybe maybe you might need it more than ela engwe. I get to maths, pure maths or maths lead. Hoya university when you wanna study law or maybe you're going to doctor. Mara we really decide to get maths lead.
Yeah, course or we bridging course. Remember, aba change curriculum. I go scale. I go high school. I go tertiary. I change.
Yeah, I change. Inna the same.
Can I let this other friend who invigilator? TUT. R2. No, na lang mo napala ko save a folder. Come computing.
Mara, it's like that. I don't know why, Mara. I feel like maybe no. Wait, you know, maybe ba
simple for
simple for maybe ba na computer kwa. Maybe no ba.
But you go tertiary, you first year.
You don't know.
Wait, remember to what? But I go sanal dikolo tse dingwe ke go hang. Like le ba bona computer ba bona ntwe mpia. Ya zanka ba e bona before.
Point take care.
Then I remember moto. Come university days, first day I get a computer ne ina modular computer.
Yeah.
Like that boy na sa itulu ribili chuma kaya when you will like save a folder. Bar switch on your computer so mo mo computer anya ka hore dinta one talwan una ba toba so azanga ye bona that then.
Exactly.
But
so
why we ran telling hore how easy.
Wait, why let me give example ka ngwana kwa haine. My little sister which I to pass a Matric and passed very well. Distinctions. IUJ, ne?
Yeah.
And you go psychology. Naira di business studies, ne? And you go psychology. Go the modules ta high. No only pure math, ne? I understand what again. She qualifies for Wira psychology. I say psychology A Lamar because Azanka Ira met IT met with lead IT pure. Or of faith cloak Nteliari. Holomhol, Ucharalomhol, or Onyagorutamhulu no phone. As a Tomaliona, while I want to difficult Tomapila. So I decided, no, I'm gonna change, even though I'm not. So honestly, I feel like maybe department has to be honest. Okay, if you wanna do this subject, make sure you study this and this and this and this and that. Go high school because oira LO or psychology or apply back.
It's on that point, I don't blame the department. Remember, Lerena self, let's say as motor motuari. Since the one house, Muvana, since we research.
Yeah, true.
I mean, there's a good university where lots of on Lebudi open
career day law for us.
It's very much important. Hore, we do. For example, now I used to hate the commerce, the accounting and stuff. That's why like barrier to marriable return change.
Me too.
Understand? So remember, I fit kaya UJ. Kaya play like main engineering. Ne? Remember we didn't research it, but I forgot to research kaya modules
Exactly.
Accounting anything. Understand? So then it engineering mathematics, what science, sharp kilos already the first time I can only basic at on. But remember, accounting eating as a module. Second semester.
So you also autome.
Marbaba Bakralore, Motota Virile, math. I mean, math literacy. That's why over the same side high school. No one of us student Balor Neveira, physical science, high school.
Exactly.
Math late. Here get 11 by change.
By change.
Or honor Okaira di science, ka math literacy. Because
you know why? Because also later by on I am met go university. Remember when you go to a local tertiary course, they expect you to know certain things. But also to make us solve for X. But I understand. But also to me, when are we to solve for X king? And okay, you need to know certain things. But also to me go A. But our express the what when are we? Marathon to it fundamental role. Kana host na list of X. You need to know about the factorize. Hona lady in the mama. When now it is silo.
Bo hapere na gonzarena like chu. Noga sere we ready science or we ra koseng wa ina science and so. Now we knew hore chu akfetsa akira di science mo high school ku ira kotswela pele ka maybe science or ka math mare ke twa like na ke tluile nagira technicals I get to work I loira civil from civil like I painting spray painting aircraft painting ena le technical drawing amahal gore le batho bana ke na le bona ona le ba bamvela ne motho tlaira di commerce whatever go high school akere apprenticeship tsentse mong o drawing yana something yana ga di measurement too.
Mara remember when it comes to technical drawing, ne manzi, like ba oskolom ba ruta the piece ne. Remember ko kan nirang EGD, engineering graphics and design.
Nira technical drawing.
Yeah, nira EGD rinane, engineering graphics and design. So na le module wa na le section ya rira civil drawing. Civil value body house planning. That normally mechanical drawing, monerira the isometric, the machine drawing, hokata the isometric lomama. Then normally analytical drawing. Margiri piece. And then you go to tertiary level, ne. Nagarigiri civil. Mara when I go to the nated course, girile mechanical, ne. Meaning now when it comes to mechanical, when I know Excel ka civil ka civil ka. Una kola re draw ya kwale no excel ka house planning ba no re tsene go motšhining ba no go di bolts and nuts dilo mama ke ntwe le ma ke ntwe ma ela ibolelang are na avoid the commerce ne no avoid ang chomi no avoid the commerce
the commerce
na avoid the commerce ne mara ntwe na nya go bang yona by his knowledge aina aya tshwanno bana le commerce mara tla a tlhagana la accounting why bona re ba.
Yeah.
So these kids are very
even if we see the bits and pieces, important ke basic to use a T-square, to use a T-square, we use a 2H, we use a ke basic everything. Once drawing, house planning, machine drawing. So I'll palago measure.
So let's say na my passion ko ya ku culinary school, ne? But we can't afford culinary school. I can only go ya ku culinary school ka bazari or something. And then ke tsena ko Shanguve High. Abana kana ne ba ibitsang subject tse consumer studies. Let's just say for an example.
But remember,
honale second option. This way how class I di logos go apply la some first option, second option.
Remember hona le di course tse dingwe. It does not require ko high school we really consumer studies or we really There are students baloring go high school ba le pure maths and then I the commerce.
Okay.
And then hona le di cholesterol ba accept le for nursing. I the life science.
Which is true.
And then but wholly good to the focus. They were pass however qualified nurse.
Which is very true. It's a positive aspect.
So hence why you were a montolor. Bana barena bakacheku. From ba choose the subject. Sense ba kone who yitur pila onyaka ho ba e. And then abereke on top of that. Ke ona e tlo mira hore we tsekeng. Remember na le the prospectors.
Yeah.
Lo ya no to go into ke berekela mo dimang cause na le ba bangwe ba itse ntho ya mpalla yena o no khatla fela go pasa ka di 40 mara o nya go ira aircraft spray painting.
That's good.
And then college ya research ka yona e nyaka let's say mathematics ka level 5 and above.
100.
Understand? So le na o kono itse hore akane na ke but let me work hard hore le ngano kra level 5 yona eo. You not think level 5 moto mo lo mo ntse bereke hate.
Which is true.
Kono promoter ba ke ho fa bana mato re tsekeng ho so.
I have a question, ne? Based on tema ilai bolelang. Does it necessarily need you to have a foundation or witty basic certain subjects, or you can still start from fresh? Inyaka onali maybe are o tlhalifile thata mo tlhong. Let me make an example. Right to go dikolong tsa rena mo ga se arena aviation. Just a simple example. Auna subject that we aerospace or anything that is to do le mo moyeng or lo tsa ka mtlasa metsi. So when you go to tertiary or when you go to those schools or thoma go mathomo, I feel like everyone it's justifiable because they know that they don't have those subjects ko dikolo. So they start you from base ya mathomo ya rutiwa ka aeroplane, ne? Now because dilo tsela banong di nyaka tlhaloganyo banong a di nyake o le mola pass rate ke 90% because you're dealing with people's lives go ga re bolaya o flyer or o le doctor. That's why di master di nyaka o require o le godimo because o bereka ka yona ntho teng every day. So now does it need you to be academically focused or you'll just go or thoma ka base?
So busy.
It were back to from high school the prospectors. Obvious. Each and every career path on your choosing or your college or university thing. Banyaka a certain requirement.
Yeah.
You understand? So obvious so tomorrow Kenya kuira aircraft engineering, civil engineering, engineering. You understand? But remember it differ lekadi varsity the college.
Yeah.
Remember tomorrow vete when you civil engineering vete UJ. Vete stat in Sikudi,
which is true. For you need maybe
45 points.
Yeah.
Understand? I don't know about the different thing about the fanyona, but at the end of the day, they're not anymore UJ. But the regular one about 30 vets, Baba Gible Nerva Federal salary. Understand? So I don't know the difference king cara. Baba Rutanyon or Kada Baba Rutiona because civil.
Yeah.
Doctor ke doctor. So who understand?
Problem with again. Bana I think we've been there. Okay, that's school. Like okay, the career. Okay, school.
Exactly.
Like when you go TT.
Because but why TT?
Yeah, like I think we would learn TT. At some point.
No.
At some point. Okay, it's fine. Majority.
I get what you say. Yeah, I get what you say.
So, TT. honal di manpower no manpower na but motho a kene manpower
isn't it there's someone I know ke manager ya go Eskom today at any manpower ya mo di age
that's why it goes
until
back
NC.
so
le rena ka bothata le bana ba rena ka tsheko ne
aba serious
abana le information
no
exactly
information is there bana bana
information no e
there is one I believe for it
internet
ke be rona
yeah I believe for it ka access ke na le yona today ya phone
ke be rena le yona na kwela
na le yona I think
it could have been fun
ka focus ne ke na le yona back then
o bolela nne
like lilo se di leng ka tsheko bana ba rena net ba ka focusa o bona nna always have ke na le ngwana la itsene ke ntse ke phela ke botsa my side ke re o bona mfana if o ka ba le focus ke bileng le yona ka access ku feeling yona
o ba sha
aba fana ka krea
distinction
yeah all right
which is true
remember no Joe information imo unlike nagola
I get what you guys remember library with bibi no tsena ka karata ne
no
na at least ko binoni ne na go ke sa tsena sekolo library ela ne ile open for everyone and ne ile di library tse holot no khona tsena mahala wa tsena you do what you got to do and then you leave and mara no access ya di computer I remember ko ne remember ka di project tsa nkwana tsa Nkwana arts and culture o kra re me line ya photocopy o pola ma
mona
re tsere o kra motho tsere buka e one tshwantse re berekise ba botle kare ka arts and culture rira
le photocopa
makoikoi ning retlets patentse wa photocopy ning o fa ola ning motšhini wa tipa o frustrated retlets
level no like no ngwana me le Matric on all information engwe like na my nephew tsa e ba itse ba easy
I feel
like
no dilo
AI
which you only the next generation in in another decade o tlo bona baba no yo wa ka raba ba no ba ilo ba rena ka re nna ba no re makala tsentsane ho ira itse and then
so bana no aba serious
technology
aba serious I think I get gore bana ba ke dikolo tsa mokasi ba
it's not even about that it's not even about
social media ne
exactly
even our government braga this thing ya hore awa tsonno ho fostela ngwana sekolo awa tsonna ho ira 1 2 3 4 paka mo ilitoni wa nthalo hanya ne le khona le melao e mintse le re kana kwa rena nesting based on bana bana no braga o tla o botsa ka sign bush yena o nya go ba jelly baby yena o nya go ba bona bo wa nthalo ba influencer ke di lotse so like education is no longer important that much
it's not
mo youthing ya rena ya ka tsheko because bona for example sorry to say this example wo Casper is successful arna flop le
sure
but in theory a ka re Casper ana Matric a feta school this a ke duru Casper feditse re bjang understand but ke this thing tsona tse bya tsore ara hane sharp o influencer bana in a good way we re engeng but remember on the other hand
yes
are ga tsone le Casper ka ofela
on that point ne on that point ntse bolelang I highlighting important ne but also let's not be naive ne nowadays bonang guys, we're not saying school is not important. School is very important. School bona ho tshwere sekolo o tshwere backup ne we all know 100. But nowadays kam kho dilo di bulehileng ka teng there are many opportunities to o ka di kriyang unto sna Matric. Let me make an example. Let's think about how social media we're not saying go and become an influencer. Please, man, no one
is safe.
So I'm saying in the internet, right now, you can be a social media influencer or can attract a certain brands and make money. There are gaming streamings. We can stream. Nal di streamer that we run the game. Bona malaba no tile this guy I show speed. I don't know if you know him now. There's this guy I show speed.
No, like a meeting. No.
Nah. At least I meet. I'm involved. Tilibo kai and others ne ke kono ba bona from go states they doing big.
Yeah.
Mara I follow Kaisenet ke no ke lebelang di stream tsa hae. So I show speed ne. He came to South Africa. A stream, meaning everything that we were saying, ne re bona ka real time. Look at his team, ne? let's say we don't know maybe not Matric or ana Matric, but because of the fan base he built, ne? He's one of the youngest streamers like big money, big bucks, millions and millions of money at the age of 21. Ne? Can you once fella the loophole hore lentos na Matric, you can still make money only if you are focused.
No.
Ne? I'm just making an example.
America, like everything you do, since it's in school.
It's not only in USA. Bonamo. Manzumbo ko America, or obe YouTuber, you have to have Matric.
Mara, but in that are realistic.
Why?
How many YouTubers are there?
No, I'm asking her like, oh yeah, how go YouTube? One thing I know, culture YouTube go USA, like culture YouTube go. Is it China or Japan? One of the two. It's so big. Hore YouTube economy far more money than us. Ronamo South Africa, we only developed later on in terms of YouTube. But the YouTubing space, most South Africa is very little. That's why I tell that thing. I wanna hali hotwana mutakrang 100k views. Go USA. Okra more money than mutakrang 100k views. More South Africa. It's because we were a little bit behind. Though we are following the trends that was states by making money. Ne? So I'm saying like, only the career to ding. Guys, I'm not. Please, man.
Indirectly you are saying that.
Even though you can make
why
money.
justify indirect?
Like, what justify?
That's what
I said. Young skolo.
No, what was serious?
Let's say I show speed, ne? Let's say I ask school.
Let's say I
was successful.
Yeah.
Nagi the scale.
Yeah.
Understand? Naturally so. Business mind like
yeah.
But negative I show speed. Sorry to say this, Mara. Good companion double.
Let me tell you, Manzi.
No, I get into Iran wrong. Mara, can you explain
personality high,
like but if Luruena with whatever that is doing, Mar Skolo Braga Sefa thinking capacity are even different than
Mutasan school, which is true.
You understand? So even in Twitter or Skolo, I don't sit out fazaka.
Yes.
Not sit out fazaka. Nothing fazaka.
You know, but you have to apply.
Nothing fazaka.
Yeah, so fazaka.
I said fibo boot.
Yeah.
Are. You understand? So Mara, thinking capacity how? You guys to ani lea motolore.
As a young scholar.
You understand?
Can you garaba Manuel Harry? Wirang tamanol. As much as you asking yourself, how nanto yirang? A lot of people, balebella, goiti. I feel like I should speed ukrile. Loophole how to captivate people. Ne? Imagine unto so motao level after 10 minutes ugrele 50k. Ne? Meaning
I need your rest.
For you, yes, for you. I get.
No, for everyone.
Bana babanya ni job mo follow. Did you see?
No,
wait. Can I land? Let me cook. Can I land? Bana babanya ne. These kids. As much Renero Holland level la celebrity or maybe you wanna be like them or whatever. These kids, let's see these boys, but I should speak, but goes through be, but mama, and they aspire to be like them. Horror level okay, goes through regular. Then now you trying to see what he's doing. One more check. Okay, we read the video, we read the prank, we read lo mama. How many people have done those things? Let's say goes through we read 1, 2, 3. Some of them they become successful, some of them they don't.
How many?
Level, yeah, how many?
No, I feel like
level la I show. I'm just I get no. We're talking about making money.
I feel like
I want you to see a different perspective. I'm not saying what he's just showcasing his life, and people want to see his life. Others want to see his life.
So,
and he's making money off of that. As long as we're not resell, he's making money. Millions and millions of dollars. Just by going and being Almazulu.
Understand, but more life things sometimes are even realistic. You understand? I say, okay, bona for example, because poison bahira bukai every year.
I said 1,000 or
5,000, 10,000 every year. You understand, Dane? Como masole, maspala, bahira quantities and quantities. You understand? Kidi DJs are saying.
There's a lot of them.
How many of them are successful?
Not all of them.
You understand? So, kidi ho bi braga. You understand? bana ba rena they are much focused mo di hobbying.
Thank you.
Meaning hore now they have to. It's a matter of mental change.
Wanta a kenya go le ngwana gore papa ke nya go ithuta forex. It's fine. But nam fana ka ka re o nya go ithuta forex.
O mo support.
Ke to mo support mara. Tsentse be lo re ka mo education wise thing.
Anale backup ne.
Focused wana a tsene sekolo.
Let's just say
bona tshwana le borena. Metro you remember ke bile DJ ke sa le varsity.
Sure.
And ne ke booma. Like nike DJ ho le monate but it came to a point where ke bona hore this DJ thing it is step ana le education yaka.
Okay.
So I had to
I get it. Okay.
And bona ka age ya borena ke ne go tsela bo maphorisa ba sa thomotuma ho say mona. So I had to tomoko mitala bo maphorisa bya no le bo mama. A kitso ne ke tla ba more than bona or less than bona na.
But let's not arsa ntwa irang ya bora or wira eng. Let me put it in this way. Let me put it in this way. Maybe not every kid or not everyone is academically gifted. Maybe una le motho o khono dala bolo and still make money off soccer ne. And then na maybe mo di bukeng a ke khono bala or kirang. Mara I have knowledge in terms of the media space. Nka ya go sekolong sa media ban ruta ntwe ka itshwara so.
Understand?
I'm just saying I'm applying I'm applying creativity. Let's go. That's what I'm doing. I'm applying creativity. Let's go. So nowadays even more media in terms of media, a lot of things back on diversify. Badi bula so for them hore di tlo khona ho accommodate liba okra lore mothateng is not academically gifted ne. And then in the media space or in the art space ba khona ho ibula ebe broad, you go and study who wina, next thing you dancing go Broadway with a Lion King o te ruta music le how to read music, next thing you are a conductor ko symphony ya Red Bull. Wang understand or kira ba? So let's just say these kids must try to apply their creative minds or artistic minds with education. Go to school for that thing.
Basically, what we are saying is, understand, if you do something, it is the onale pampiria. It is something to
go to DJing school.
Understand? University, understand? Ravereka ramuzame mereko. Understand? Bona le borena ne. University ravereka memereko ya chencha. Understand? We did something else. Rabula body Jimmy. Rabula vision active. Certificate is the personal training. Rabula the boot camp. Understand? So we get hope.
Show me, am I wrong for not going to school and teaching myself how to make money?
No, am I wrong? Bona for example, ne. Bona le rena le bo mechum. We went. Rebuzi the boot camp before ready. Understand? Jimmy Sabato. It's a skill. Understand? Ke best like ke good ka ho Jimmy Sabato. Ke good ka ho ile 1 2 3 4. Understand? Asin to get in school. But because of nagarata o bale something senka fola mbeko son. Ka tswela pele ka motor chumi ka ona le course engwe ya personal training 1 2 3 4 5. Why? Ke irela hore le ka osane. Remember e ka buma Jimmy ya hao. Ya re pa. But like Osani, remember it homotsana more business wise.
Okay.
Do you have something? Eloring onyokobula. Once then I can have personal training certificate.
And then influencing on
but at the end of the day, remember the music. I'll be DJ fair. There's a business side of it.
Mara, I'm saying, do I really require to go to school for certain things now? Let's say vele, get very like why reba natural reba business ne why research how kono ayo parking why register wa krasi IPC how wa ntlalwanya why register pila mara untso usaya skolong, but at least you know who you are following the correct way of opening up a business. Let's say my baking business, I'm a self-taught ne bake. Maybe I might go or I might want to go to school net fella for basic but already matsoaka shia are blessed for me to go on kantaba area business. I know how to sing. Do I necessarily have to go to singing school for me to who grad gig?
Yeah, sometimes you'll never know skolo.
At some point I was making money ka opela. Mara aka ya go skolong sa
for example.
Ke talent
for example, we're not saying ore bana they shouldn't use their creative minds or lang. Hence why ke dilo tse dingwe di thoma as the hobby, di fella dile
business
ya elo o chaka yona than whatever they are studying. Hona ba mbaba di sharp mara hobby ya high. For example, ntoni ke ira sharp. Let's say ke konore DJ life ya ka aya nisa di stepe education ya ka. Mola he turi ki choose ore ka ke tropa lotsa music e tswela pele education. Let's say di bile sharp. At the end of the day o kry loring site ya bu DJ ibile more than one se ka thomo focus ko na thata. But remember ke sana qualification e ka. But bona etla so he education important he etla so. Re ba bantshi DJ, re ba bantshi di influencer, re ba bantshi di 1 2 3 4. Let's say ke ba DJ Maporesa. Ka o sane ke ntsha ke bo ke mantsi or ke mamang. Obviously remember this thing. Ho tlo tsena wa o feta wena. But ba bang ba tswana le bo DJ Fresh bo skill ba bula di record label. Wa bona ba no ngwirang. Ha sa le deso skill ha sa le deso ha sa le DJ. But ona le record label. Business side of it. Mara ke DJ tse ga itse di wileng ka matsong a high.
Which is true. Meaning now, we're not saying you can be creative and make money, mara hokatia creativity how it can be more than what you think it can. Basically.
Education important.
Is it fine when we think like that? Can you move it?
Now what I'm saying, school is not as backup. School is stepping stone.
Hence using your creative mind or
Moto Island School or Science School. Reasoning capacity as well.
Guys.
Onale reasoning capacity because otla school. So it must step to the next level. On so school has never been a backup. So ulela mawa.
Hire into meregela.
Yeah, Maraya school.
So berekela. Focus on mosona. And then so berekela. Focus on mosona. And then if I'm at how mosona.
Okay. No, I love that.
Right.
Okay. My Matric, congratulations. Make better choices. We wish you luck.
And let's say gap year. Why is it gap year?
3 weeks is it? We wish him luck. We wish you luck, everyone. But each to their own. Make sure welcome to the real world, Dibiano.
Talk well.
We don't want
to me. The ladies of university at all. Apply no.
I saw
we apply no. Go to you or go you jega line and wekan.
Kids or not, it's all mota dinner feta aira cosa
sayanyaki. Which is true. We wish you luck. Congratulations, Baba Fitingi. You'll do well. Next time, Emmanuel. Don't do that. Namantia. Say
pass one, pass all.
Ay, man. Baba, maybe Baba Kun. Say, it's in Babu. Say,
based on Luther, the one come command.
Straight.
Ay, Nesimbabu, Sabat and Sababu.
Yeah,
Baba Fitim Baba Sakuning, say, Manuel. Ogram wanabatu wazama mono wazama atwenyi mutu sayira. Anyway, let's get into this one. My 5 days in Ketsang. I want to know your opinions, guys. Ne, this one is I hope resa debate ang tatara happy.
No debate,
I just want to know something, right? So there's this influencer couple, ne? Meaning like they post everything they do go social media, ne? They've been together for maybe over 15, 16 years. And then they got married. It's a family house. Right? So now, I get around influencer couple. Everyone is looking up to them. They follow them. They have a big following, big numbers and stuff. So like 5-6 days ago, the woman, I posted more Instagram where they're getting a divorce. Divorce? We thought you guys are this perfect family. Shapo But now they are okay, the lady abulela, no, my husband cheated on me. Ne? Mosadi ka monna ka umfebetse. Now the wabaitsi masi a go internet ba theka monna o la bana. Hey, when how could you do this? Your family this what you lose it. Oh, since family how wabo. All right, cool. Sharp. That man after I also la antite ayedite basta mo ya kanhlela wabona. So the guy was like, okay, the lady handed a statement the man cheated on her whatever, and then after 2 days later after the man nebama attack, the man then released the statement. But you know what, I am so sorry, I apologize for what I've done. I my wife, yes, we are getting a divorce, and I am to blame. No, it is my fault. I blame myself for everything. But last year, November, December, I did come to my wife and express to my wife, I want a separation. I'm not happy anymore. Can we please separate? Musadi ahana or no. Let's work on the relationship. That's when the man went outside and cheated. So now a lot of people are asking themselves, how was this guy? Yes, he cheated, but he didn't want to be in the relationship anymore. Yeah, justify if someone out cheated or let's just end this relationship. How cheated? Is it justifiable or mara? I told you. So yeah, justify.
Like so
you're not at fault.
I think so. I got
oh, he's not at fault.
Why?
I told you what I saw.
Why
ne? Ejo iso. Sama tomo ishkawon or file question engwe loring. Next time I get to make because to me hona le couple engwe ko social media.
Yeah.
Understand? Never focus them what I didn't learn hona le couple engwe social media. And then now ke wanna ro divert.
Like the question in
yeah, question in Momara. Are tome mo. Not everything you see
is the truth.
Go
social
media.
Some
social media neverela the likes, the following.
Yeah. Hence they were separating last year. Abai publicly, so because they were still posting Bayram. It's only now Rutwaka the husband are well guys, let me tell you, since now the cat is out of the bag. Naka November, I wanted a separation from my wife. Though she did mention this man cheated on me. Obviously she won't say this man cheated on me even though he asked for a separation. Like obviously that's why Kenya
I but in this case, they can delusional. They sat down. If it happened, they sat down, they spoke about it. What
about the promises they made? Altering okay, can I ask a question here, Sharp? All right, cool. Manzi, are you that delusional, you yourself as a man? Are you really that naive and that delusional? I want out of the relationship. You, a man, you are not happy.
Yeah.
If you want out. If it's Belinda. No. Let's work on this relationship. Then you, knowing you are not happy, you still agree to work on the relationship. If this guy the shield, let's separate. Let's say he's using it as a shield, but I wanted a separation. The minute he wanted a separation, why didn't he make it possible? You know what, Joe? Even though you know what, I'm moving out because I'm not happy. Move out. Why did you stay or agree to working out the relationship, even though you're going to be unfaithful outside? That's my question.
Maybe stories say I settle fully.
No,
What if already said
out? He did not, because he did say, or I did stay.
What if go separate?
They were not living in separate room because he said I stayed in my house.
Yeah, but staying in your house doesn't mean again. I want your story say asafel.
Story.
We don't know. We don't know the details.
No, let's use what we know.
What is this thing about? You know what happens behind closed doors, ne? People don't really usually tell the full story. Ne? And it's just because of this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you raised the point then we were at an altar, we made a promise.
A covenant is very important.
A covenant is for
it
better
is.
or worse. We made a promise it's for better or worse. Whatever happens, whether we're gonna sit it out, talk it out, and then and at the same point, I can't stay beholden to you just because of I made
a covenant. Why not? Why can't you?
What if Kamara relationship you start finding out that I'm abusive? Abusive towards when? So should you stay? Because I know over statistics just because of when you made a covenant. So we don't really know what transpired.
Why?
I
feel it's okay.
If namo abuser. Are sharp ba tswala mo abuse ta sister na tsontsa ireng anne ora tsamaya
I'm abusing.
This guy
no, let's rephrase from using the example of shooting. Let's talk about this one cheating.
No, but again, remember this thing is this thing. Hey, level. You cover someone experiencing something similar, something similar, and then it might suit limit. So, as I generalize, only based.
Are being open-minded. Staying in a relationship doesn't mean you wanna stay or maybe you stay in
That's my question. Why don't you leave? You compare as a man or feeling happy. That's my question. Okay, wait. So now you're compromising your happiness because of peace sake. You compromising your happiness because of we're wrong. You wanted to leave. Why didn't you just leave? Even though you are a grown-ass man. You can do whatever. You can walk away. Walk away and save my feelings. Why don't you walk away?
Maybe me walking away in a dynamics the bag.
So you'd rather
me staying is because I'm staying because and gas kono patela rent outside. Patela bonde. Yeah, there's people who banse because of the kids, because of you don't know who
let's be specific,
yeah.
You yourself, Manuel. Would you do county maybe or no relationship because of bana or karana shelter? Would you do it? Happy.
If I can get level, if situation is sans suit or gateway, get also. If I send suit, example.
I'm not talking about the situation.
If moving out, since go high, I'm not high. I'm
talking about your happiness. I'm not talking about situations or let's talk about your own happiness. A lot of people can start from high, and we know a lot of them. It's not. Mara,
not easy.
What happened to you? What happened to compromise? Why to compromise? Why a lot of people compromise? Again, I'm asking about
Yeah. So, guys, it's important to go happiness is a relationship.
Yeah.
Understand that? And as we talk about privilege or motoring or samisana.
Yeah.
Yet, Shabonal didn't relationship with her. Understand that? But are we willing back to this couple? We don't know what transpired to go Marahori.
15 years.
Rivon Shapo social media, it was a perfect couple, Roblima Mang, but at the end of the day, the guy, Harry, Kenya was separate.
Yeah.
Arizuri, maybe na sa mo go cheat or e thomile kae or maybe na go hotle re bona ba le perfect motho le na hapeletsa ke mosadi or a rebe this thing or mosadi vele from o kre lor from the start of the marriage na se happy mara mosadi e ba yena loring e re sorry tse maybe ana no social media he ba bona monna o maybe tla buisa tlhalohanya hore ha annele nna re be sharp o kra lor khale ntse thomile dimananya go sa iya o understand ne dimanu nne tsentshela hore okay ke na le bana ngeng e re ke zame gore maybe nka boa ka ba understand mare mo tat pulitse bona for example mosadi bragat putsore go utlwela
wa sama
wa sa iya braga understand
anya
kono begezela
mara why for monna e ba different
then what am that's the question
I'm asking
no anga tsamaya ke bolaisa
here's my question Manuel
ko bolaisa bana ba ka tlala like there's a lot for a man
so you'd rather stay in a relationship
o ta ba support all out of
exactly
but there's a lot one kam go bolela hore
o lo kontle
you can't afford hore o ilo nna go plekeng e nngwe
no
because why patela like there's a lot
boss say hi
go eno with your situations sa go no se bia
situation
let's talk about starting from A
a level example
how easy
this scheme sa motivo se le mapit tibo so samile braga or are ke be mara ya metha ka mohana
psychological
abantile a bolisi daikente o mo robatsa go di back room like relationship be nga bona it gonna affect le bana o understand gore ba kae so for happiness ya braga separatang le tabona hore
once
le rekisa ntlu
exactly
la ira eng ba go tsana apartment e ba go wa renta
so you'd rather sacrifice your happiness or osaba happy for the rest of your life than living in a house
ba go tsa mgugu a ke re go tletse kwena reka basenge o bya back room e nngwe
how do you sacrifice your own happiness to be with someone
no agar no rabulela now rabulela
for the rest of your life
no rabulela are so many situations
I'm asking
we don't know so why ba ntse ka
Manuel re podcast
they have a lot to lose
manzi re podcast let's apply our minds we're not say because if we apply mentality we don't know other people what are we doing here what are we doing? We have to speak about certain things.
I can't know.
Manzi o podcast. America go assume go alleja go ireng. Speak your mind. Let's not say I
did say it's not easy. You have a lot to lose. All monna o shia mosadi a le bana ka mo. You don't know.
So
it's not about happiness now. It's not about happiness. It's about dilo tse di building.
Wait follow ba manzi king. Follow ba manzi. Wena me chumine. Follow ya banna ba bantshi ne. Follow ya banna ba bantshi. Ke fie ya o thoma go fats.
True.
Yo bona nna. Ke ona ntho ke sna follow le ona bara. Na I don't care. Bara ona le degree. Ona leng. If you have to reach a divorce nna. But msadi aria or lawyer hai win bare ro tsela nturu di koloi. Sharp fine tse ya bara. Na believe monna we.
You can start.
I'll start after.
And it's not a bad thing with Toma.
Kita Toma go fast. Or for example, hey, Cantonio Bulela. What if after ena? Kakram Sariwa, wali big pack.
Let me make an example. Here's another example. Ne? I want to make an example about my brother. Ne? My brother. My big brother. My big brother na orekile ne? Yena le motho na le ena. Bareka ntlo. Jo hapala. They sold the house, the koloi gone. We really, he didn't have a choice. Choice. You'll go back. For you to gain more wisdom and more knowledge, for you to start afresh. Which I have wala hae atomapila agramusario mongwe anyala habe. Havrijo nyala habe dilo dia bule boom. Because he didn't have that fear, even though it's very scary. Joe, Hotoma Madis one for the second time or the third time is one of the most scariest thing ever. And in Ernalin mentality, abantu bazotini syndrome. Horba wona no tamaka G63 maban. O wahai o tamaka tez batobay luring. We're now putting other people first before ourselves. Why do we have to compromise our own selves, sacrifice it just because you want to stay in that relationship for bana, or you want to stay in that relationship because unali security, a sense of security in life, or you have shelter? Why don't you start from the beginning? What's the problem with you starting, even though who difficult? Joe, I believe Romantine, maybe Luena, you've never been in that situation. Mara once you see he does it, most of kam ko unahanang ka ting Ore, yo, maybe ke nnete mo because situations are quite Joe. No matter loka wa biang wa kra lo rimpeto ba feel someone o wela hai wa robala ko sofe because you don't have a choice. Ke ntela a ke na choice Joe. Le ma ela gare e tla robala ko hokong ya mpia. Oh yeah. Because you don't have a choice. O thoma ko 0 hour zone. Hence, why would you want to now compromise yourself, Joe? When is it going to be about yourself? About Manzi, Emmanuel? Otomaning who te pia pili, you. Available basta, libo mamang pili. When are you going to do that for yourself?
Yeah, yo.
If when I'm questioning, would you want to now compromise your happiness? What did you? Now, Joe, I value my happiness and my peace more than anything in the world, Joe. Ke bona ga re o tlile mo life yaga, Emma, who compromise happiness yaga, le peace yaga. Ke tota. Hello na.
So in a relationship, about compromise.
Maybe there's certain things you can compromise or adjust the way no pilanga thing. For you to accommodate that other person. Remember, you guys are two different people. Maybe sometimes, that's why it's very important to date someone who has same principles and same values as you. Because the principles salina adi align, the moral compass now when you come together, every day, because you guys, your lives don't align. Align, ali direction a one. Now, if you find someone whose values are the same as yours, mara, hona li certain things that nyana, chance mo accommodate ish, and it minor things. Maybe muto how communicate, mara, he's not good at communicating. You need to teach them. Wamurud. Okay, no, bona, sorry. Now he has to compromise how he used to live alone to accommodate you in terms of communication. That's an example. Happiness, manele.
But it's partly
how do you compromise your happiness in your relationship?
How I'm compromising in a relationship. It's partly your happiness. Because because you accommodate that person.
Akaira example, example ya
No, I'm saying I get
compromising. Example of something.
No, I'm a guy and I can nagli one. Maybe get right say garage. Get right say wapia once a week or whatever get jadi take away. When I go rap every day.
Yet naketa every day.
Can enjoy get jadi take away. One on kapie like one of those.
Mara are as a compromise ela I get when
but you can compromise.
Can I say something?
I'm
remember
like I'm good to see so I'm good well
yeah dijo azanga ibona ira hala so I wouldn't know. Yeah dijo I wouldn't know.
I'm saying to you it's a fact or when you say you're compromising yourself or in a relationship because there's some things there nagidi rata because when accommodate happy. I rather I sacrifice my happiness.
I'll sacrifice. There's a difference.
I compromise.
Between sacrifice and compromise.
Okay. I compromise. I guess I
that's not compromise. That's sacrifice. That's sacrifice. No, it's two different contexts.
But the same thing.
It's not the same. Compromise and sacrifice is not the same thing. It's not. Sacrifice. It's not the same.
Relationship it requires sacrifice and compromise.
Yes, okay.
It's the same.
It's not the same.
The same.
Sacrifice and compromise asinte one.
So remember who sacrifice. Who sacrifice who spiritual.
Who stop complete.
No beside to stop. Ne? Who spiritually like kiskare spiritually loza spirit di kere. But get something so loring.
Was kwela.
Tsako pelung ya
was
more like dintwe ko stopa because of kenya ko relationship ya ka ebeso. You understand that?
Yeah.
So how do we once utsena mo relationshiping?
You already know.
Who tloela lo tse itseng.
Already ba in a relationship.
Bon,
Tlohela.
One of example. Remember what we used to do. Imaginary dira nuva. Understand or eba biang.
Sacrifice
since kibale msari keria ya no kinya. Bona. ngondo ya lenyalo e tlile before wa understand ane so e tla montwela hore ha o sa tlo betha dilala not re silala nka se sebeti mongwe o khonoro o zaile shapo mere marke ya go so ra nna go chila le bo mantse re papara ke bo 3 wa understand but le boletse ora ai ke tsamile ka nako re sa chitsi wa understand and le yona e ya ka understanding
which is true
ha ka tomare a ke rate ntho o irang eo ka wana le ntho e
ka hana because now
mo leadership
ka nnete exactly who sacrifice
hands I'm saying
who sacrifice no I don't think so
just
sacrifice
compromise
elaborate for now
let me elaborate agar there's compromising there's sacrificing ke compromise a dilo tse are maybe na re ke rato level la ball ne o nyo level la scheme sam ne I compromise or when all level
overgisa context wrong let me tell you what it means
sharp is fine
it's wrong who compromiser is when two different parties you and them you are not agreeing on something as a compromise ki sacrifice that's why you want the difference between compromise and sacrifice is you cutting off that thing completely why cut until you sacrifice but when you compromise is when if I'm disagreeing with something that you're doing it means we have to meet each other halfway so that both parties can be happy once you say happy as a compromise ke sacrifice go we cut off completely cut out mara o happy that's sacrifice mara compromise is you a common ground between the two of you then you a common ground okay sharp instead of every time can 10,000 how about hey let's compromise it can say 5 on say 5 sharp that's compromising it's saying cutting off whatever you're doing completely we were in a different context because over is a different context
it's fine it's sharp
ungadile ngala
what's what ya bolela wa ntsena ka molahano
o berekisa context e wrong kore o nyaka o ruta motho ntwe wrong e wrong ka mkho we ase o berekisa context o berekisa compromise in a wrong context e berekise bila so use it correctly because o confuse batho nka se compromise ntwe ke rata he ke compromise ntwe ke ratang for wena that's wrong compromising has a middleman ntwe la roke sharp ya ka dumellana ra dumellana is saying sharp he maro kwatile that's sacrifice two different things ke fedit ungadile ke kwala podcast ungadile re mo how many how many seconds ungadile ka wana
moving right along
right along ke ona ya mafello topic papa
re tswalle
guys ivaleni ashu manuel manzi the si ungadile 2026
spirit saga
anya go utlwa selo anya go rutiwa selo anya go correctiwa yena o nya go ba le right every day ashu papa lena manuel manzi the CEO
I sacrifice I compromise it's sharp
the correct one every day anya go rutiwa
we out
kiyo uri ngaletse methele matso ke nyo go itlifa mo go bona go itlifa mo ra shuri ngaletse papa lena